Hello everyone, this is Jordan the Tattooed Stitcher. I'm back for my cross stitching update. This is Flosstube number 24 and it has been 3 weeks since my last video. I fully intended to film last week, but silly me forgot that kids were out of school the whole week. So I just could not find a spare quiet minute to film, but they're back in school today. I thought perfect opportunity to catch up on all the things because I've been doing a lot of stitching and a lot of starting. So let's just jump in. I've got some starts and finishes and some other finishes and some more starts and 2 WIPs. So let's get into it. We'll start with my finishes. My first finish that I got was I always want to say Blackbird Designs, but I think it's With Thy Needle. With the With Thy Needle and Thread Seasons of the Heart smalls. I finished autumn in October and I was working on winter and I have finished it. Here is how it looks. It's stitched on 40 Count Latte by XJU Designs. Oop. And instead of using the little cutouts in the booklet that have the like the seasons on it, I just did more of this viney border. And it's really cute. The house is originally like a celery green kind of color, but I thought winter, I just wanted a blue house. So I switched it, and I can't remember the color that I switched it for. It's on my Instagram post. I'm pretty sure that I said what I switched it to. If I didn't, just send me a message and I'll let you know. But so that was my first finish. And my second start and finish, and I'm not quite finished with these because I do want to do more, is the Prairie Schoolers Booklet Evergreen. And it looks like that. Oh, glare, sorry. Let me turn up the brightness. And it looks like that. And I stitched the Santa and the Polar Bear. And they're stitched on 36 count Up in the Attic by Fox and Rabbit. So they're really small, like look how tiny they are. I didn't think about how small they'd be on 36 count. I just knew that I wanted to change them to overdyes. So they are stitched in overdyed. Look how cute. He's like so proud of his little tree. I did switch them to overdyes. These are the colors. If you're wondering, I switched the green for Cottage Garden Spruce, the red for Victorian Motto Americana Cranberry, the white for Color and Cotton Palomino, the dark brown for Color and Cotton Dark Truffle, and the lighter brown Color and Cotton Black Walnut. So yeah, they're really, really cute, and I'm gonna stitch the rest of them for sure. Probably on this same fabric. I can get another one on this little chunk for sure. And I've still got an awkward long strip of this fabric left from cutting my fabric for, that's the WIP I forgot to pull. I'm just realizing, where did I put it? For my, what is it called? You guys, my brain. The long one. Autumn Hawk Run Hollow. That's the WIP that I'm missing. And I have no idea where I put it. It's got to be over here somewhere. So it's the leftover long awkward strip from that. So I will be finishing the rest and I'm putting them in like a one bowl together. So those are my finishes. And now we'll get into, we'll do my WIPs first because I only have 3 WIPs. The rest are all new starts. Okay, so the first WIP that I worked on, oh my gosh, I've got a lot of stuff right here. Okay, first WIP I worked on was my Pinup Girl round robin that I'm doing with Mary the Daydream Stitcher, Jamie Teeny Weeny Stitches, Amber Rogue Mama Stitcher, Bernadette Burn Stitches, and Maggie Kitschy Whips. And right now I have Mary's, and Mary's is on this really pretty even weave, bluish, purplish, and that's my girl right here. I'm really taking my time on this one. Everybody else is done and sent theirs off, but I have a perfect excuse. I send mine to Bernadette, but she is abroad and won't be back till like 2 weeks into December, so I have an extra 2 weeks to send it. And then the next WIP I worked on was my cards of Alice soda stitch, that stitch along that I'm doing with Amber Rogue Mama Stitcher. She's doing Hansel and Gretel, and she's doing 2 more cards than I am. I am eliminating 2 of the cards. So this is what I'm working on right now, which is the White Rabbit. I got it mostly outlined, and so I know where to fill in white, because as you guys know, this one has a ton of white. But I put it on giant key snaps. You can almost see all of it at once. This is kind of fun. But so there's that one. Don't want to crush anything. And the last WIP I worked on was my Soda Stitch Tree Bears. And when I picked it up, I didn't have this bear done almost at all. Like, I had a very vague outline of it, but so I picked it up and I did like some yellow fill in, but I mostly just did this little bear and the snowflakes that are around him. And then I did all the back stitching, all this back stitching all the way down to here. This bear's ear wasn't back stitched. So I did all the back stitching, and it's so cute. I love it so much. They're chunky. They're just sweet little teddy bears. They're decorating a Christmas tree. It's so cute. I love it so much. My goal for this season was to get the top half of this tree done. Where's the pattern? I know I have the pattern somewhere. Oh yeah. So my goal is to get from, that's really glaring, I'm sorry, from here up, fully finished. So I still have to do this bear holding this ornament, and then this kind of stuff right here underneath him. I don't think I'll get to these 3 other bears this season, but I mean, you never know when the mood will strike. So yeah, I haven't gotten much of that bear done, just a fake outline. Really cute! I love that one. Okay, new starts. These are not in order of when I started them. So one of my new starts was, oh, I hope there wasn't a needle on that, was Feast of Friendship by Blackbird Designs. I started this with Bernadette Burn Stitches. I am stitching mine on 36 count earthen, picture this plus, and I'm using a mix of called fors and stash. And this is my progress. I would have started this higher up, but I didn't realize how small it was going to be on 36 count. So that's where I am right now. It's funny because I started this, and right when I started this, I was like slipping out of autumn stitching. I just was not feeling autumn stitching anymore. I wanted to do Christmas, and so we started this week of Thanksgiving, and I was like, this is not what I want to stitch right now. So it doesn't have a ton of progress, but it has some, and it's fairly small. The house and the pot are obviously pretty huge, but overall, it's not a huge design. Okay. My next start also has a very pathetic start. Oops. Which is very unlike me, but it's okay. I just got in a mood one night to start it, and I started it, and then I was like, no, this is not, I don't want to stitch this. And that is Pineberry Lane, Merry and Bright. So cute. I'm using my own conversion. I think some of the greens might be called for actually, but the rest is from Stash. And I'm stitching it on 36 count aged paper from Color and Cotton. And that's my very, very small, pathetic start. Not much to show there. It's okay. And then my next start, which has been taking up most of my time because I can't stop stitching on it. I don't have the cover. I left my pattern downstairs. Oops. But it is all over the place right now. I'm sure you've seen it at this point. It is Christmas at Hollyberry Farm by Stacy Nash. And I am stitching it with all the called for colors. I did bring those up. All the called fors. I wasn't sure about mulberry at first because it's kind of brownish reddish, but when you stitch with it, it comes off very red. It's beautiful. And I'm stitching it on 40 count XJU Designs Old Mushroom. And this is where I got to. I hope that's coming up. Ooh, it's so, so pretty. I love stitching these fronds. I've got the house almost all the way outlined. The white is kind of hard to see, but the white is all the way outlined, and I'm working on the roof, getting it all the way outlined. I'm stitching the roof in a diamond pattern to hopefully get that effect with the variegated thread. And this fence has been really nice as a counting tool, and these fronds are really nice as counting tools. It's so easy to count off of them to make sure you're like lined up everywhere. I love that. But I have been loving this piece so much. I wish you could see the white a little better. That chunk's almost all the way filled in. But this fabric is dreamy. Oh, I just love her fabrics. I wish I had every single one. Every time she updates, I'm like, how much fabric does one person need? The limit does not exist. But yeah, so this has taken up most of my time. I just love it. I love stitching on it. I'm having a great time stitching on it. So that was my other new start. My last new start, yes, was a kind of spur of the moment, wasn't expecting it start. And it was only because a lovely Instagram lady, her Instagram handle is Pam Banks. I know that there's numbers behind it, but Pam Banks is her name. And she posted a picture of her progress on, I have a picture of it. No. Victoria's Sampler. Oh my gosh. Victoria's Sampler Pumpkin Patch Farm. And I have always loved this pattern, but the amount of silks that it requires and all the specialty stitches has always been really intimidating. But Pam had posted that she was using a DMC conversion, and I was like, done. Sign me up. Where do we find this? Share all your secrets. And she did. She was very lovely. She messaged me and invited me to her Sal group. They call themselves the Sal Queens. And they are the sweetest ladies. And I've had a great time getting to know them through Instagram. And we are stitching this together in 12 parts, I believe. One of the gals has divided it up into 12. Yes, has divided it up into 12. So it's chunks, manageable. And they shared the DMC conversion with me, which I thought they said it's a drawn thread DMC conversion. I'm not really sure. I just said, give me the information. Thank you. We're running with this. There are 4 Gloriana silks. 3. There are some Glorianas called for in this pattern that were very variegated. 2 were not, and 1 was. I don't think I've subbed the 1 yet. So I subbed just with some of my own overdyes. There is a green called for, and I subbed with steamed broccoli, which matched my internet search perfectly. And the goldish one that is called for, I can't remember what any of these are called. I subbed with this variegated, what's it called? Cottage garden thread, dandelion. And it is beautiful. I'm obsessed with that thread. And then the other Gloriana I remember is called Harvest Grape. And there's blues and purples like mixed into it, but they have you cut those out, those colors out when you're stitching with it. And so all you're left with is these other like fallish colors. I know some of the ladies are leaving the purple and blue colors in, and it's so pretty. I don't know why you'd cut those out. So I just subbed with one that I thought was similar to pictures online, and it was Golden Gully Cottage Garden, and I think it's going to be just fine. And I'm stitching it on 32 count. I think it's, I have it. Oh, the tag is folded up in here. What is this? It's a Picture This Plus. Oh my gosh. Really? Doubloon? Is it doubloon? No, it's Heartland. Now I messed up my whole thing here. Picture This Plus Heartland, 32 count. And that's where I finished the first part of our sal. And I got to do some specialty stitches I've never done before. That was kind of fun. So in this tree, you had to use this color to do lazy daisies for the leaves. I hope this is like showing up. And they were so much fun. They were so fun to do. And then the other specialty stitch was, so French knots in here. Don't look too closely at those. And then, is that the only ones? This is over one crow, a little over one crow. I think that's the only specialty stitches here. Was the lazy daisies and the French knots. But look how pretty it is. And this is just DMC. For the most part, DMC. The DMC swap for this side of the house and the shutters was a pretty light. I almost couldn't tell the difference between this white color and this one. So I unpicked what I'd stitched and restitched it in, I think it was $4.29. I'm not sure. Just a color that I pulled that I thought complemented it. So I'm excited to keep going on this. It's really fun to try like a whole bunch of new specialty stitches that I've never done before. I'm fairly inept and inexperienced with them. Is that all my WIPs? Oh no. One more WIP. My Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow. I know I said I was going to try to finish the second block before putting it away, but I just burnt out. So I put it away. It's not ironed. But this is where I've gotten to since starting it my birthday weekend. No, it wasn't even my birthday weekend. It was for the Baptist school sal. This is where I've gotten. I just couldn't do anymore. I needed a break. But I mean, that's kind of a lot. I did kind of a lot. I'm really proud. And that's DMC. It's beautiful. I love it. I love it. Oh geez. So that is my last WIP and my last new start. Not too bad. Felt like there was going to be more. Okay. So now, let me make sure that's everything on here. Okay. Hopes and dreams. I am starting a sal with my Table 4 ladies from Queen City. And we are starting on December 1st. Praiseworthy stitches going to Grandma's. That's what she looks like. The glare is really bad. So I pulled my fabric for it, which is going to be 36 count milk and honey from Fiber on Whim. Kind of washing out a little bit. It's really pretty. Just like a really nice soft brown. And the threads are a mixture. Oh, I don't even have these on a ring. A mixture of, really? Is this all that there is? I thought I had more. Oh, there they are. They're a mixture of ones for my stash and called for that I couldn't match. There's all my threads. They're all here. Got them. So we're starting that on December 1st, and we might do a Zoom to start it together. I'm not sure yet. Plans are still TBD. Okay. I don't have any other plans, only because I don't like making plans. I always break them. So I just go where my heart leads me. I did pick fabric for some charts that I have fully kitted that I know I want to be focus pieces in the coming year, because I decided this is kind of how I'm feeling right now. I love all of my WIPs. I love all of them, but I would like to do a little bit more of a focus on projects that I want displayed on the main floor in my house, because we've been in this house, it'll be 2 years in the spring, and I haven't hung a single thing. Nothing is on the walls. The walls are totally bare, and for the most part I'm okay with that, but I would like to have some like family pieces up, and so I pulled the charts that I have had fully kitted and I know I want stitched and put on the main floor, and I've matched them with fabric. One is already matched with fabric, so I didn't pull it, and you've seen it. It's the Hollyberry Farm sampler. But the other ones did not have fabric pulled, so I pulled some fabric. The one of the ones I pulled for that I want to be a focus for next year is the With Thy Needle and Thread Every Opening Flower. And I have all the called for thread, and I have pulled 40 count Dusty Road by Seraphim Fabrics for this piece. And it's a really cool, pretty, like cool, neutral brown with just a slight modeling. You know how long I've had this piece of fabric in my stash, you guys? Like 3 years. It's finally getting used. That's why we have stashes, okay? So you can go through your stuff and it's just ready when you need it. So I think it'll be nice for that one. And I've got all the DMC. There's a couple DMC called for. And these are the called for threads. So I think it'll look really good. I don't know when I'll start it, if I'll start it this month or maybe like a New Year start. I'm not sure, but I know I want it to be a priority next year. And the other one is Plum Street Sampler, My Early Days. And I've got all of the called for threads and DMC. And the fabric I pulled for it is 40 count, 40 count XJU Designs Old Sheep. And it's kind of a tan, a really light tan, slightly modeled, like a straw, almost straw color. I think that'll be really nice. I think the white of the house and the white of the sheep will look really nice against it. So that's some of the threads. I think will look good. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited for these. Do you guys do this when you kit up a fabric with, or you kit up a project with the fabric, or like you use a fabric before you've even started stitching on that fabric? You're like, I have to replenish this fabric now. And so I've now used a few of my XJU Designs fabrics on things, and I hoard that fabric. And so I'm like, I need to replenish. But do I need to replenish? No. My brain says, emergency, emergency. We're down to fat quarters. We need to replenish. So just trying to calm it down in there, but might see some of that haul in the future. Okay, now we'll go into my haul because that's all my plans I have. I'm open to starting other things and just, like I said, going where my heart leads me. So now we'll do haul. Haul is pretty small. It's not very big. I mostly got some charts. I've got the 2022 Wee Santa. He is adorable. They kind of have a lot of threads, like overdye threads called for in these. Like, that's kind of a big list for such a little guy. So I'll most likely be pulling from stash to do him. I might buy the pink that he is because it's kind of a unique pink. What is that? Sea Shelly, Classic Colorworks. So I might get that one at least, but the others can easily be subbed. Like there's like 12 stitches for some of these colors. Like I'm not buying a whole skein for 12 stitches. Meh. Okay, and another pattern I got, it's been on my list for a long time, is Prairie Schooler book number 50, the Prairie Seasons. I don't think I'll start winter this year, but I'm not opposed to it. Look how cute. Look at the little reindeer. I love summer. I love that weeping willow. And look how cute the scarecrow is. Really cute. So I'm not opposed to starting winter. They're not very big. Not very big. And I'd probably substitute overdyes. So okay, and I got another Prairie Schooler, book number 151, Santas and Snowmen. Look how cute. So cute. I want to make more pillows. Okay, oh, I just realized this is damaged. Okay, and I also got the Teresa Kogut, The Dwelling Place. I also want this to be a focus for 2024, because it just is like the dwelling place. It's home. This is our home. This is our dwelling place. And I just want it hanging in my house so badly. So badly. And to, like it says, our dwelling place. I could put the year we moved in. I'm so cute. Just kidding. So I got the called for threads, and I was looking through the chart because I was like, where the heck is that one used? That's pretty pink. And I was looking through it and it's like, really? It's like the tiny pink in that flower. Like there's not very much. And I'm like, okay, I love Teresa Kogut. Do not get me wrong. I love her and I love her charting and I love her patterns and I love her designing and her art. But what doesn't make sense to me is to have this be a called for when there's like 30 stitches of it and the house, which is humongous, is DMC. Like if anything, I want the house to be in overdyes and not DMC. And like this could have been a DMC. So something to think about. If you want to stitch this one, just going through the chart, I don't think it's wholly necessary. Like I could count the amount of stitches it's used for in this chart. Not very much. So I'm thinking I'll probably convert, because see, all the grass and all the blues in this they're all overdyes. Beautiful. Love it. So I'll probably switch these two house colors to also be overdyes because I've got a humongous stash. I can do it myself. And possibly even the dark red to an overdye because I got a ton of dark red to complement the 10 stitches of the crab cakes. So I already ordered my fabric for this because it's a monster. It's a beast of a pattern. It is huge, but you know, I'm not scared of a big pattern, so it's fine. Let me see, how big is it? When I did the math, 280 284 by 318. And they have it called for stitched on 40 count, but it doesn't even fit on a 40 count fat quarter. It's huge. So I thought if I have to order a half of a fabric anyways, then I'm gonna do 36 count because I enjoy 36 count. I like 40 as well, but these two other samplers are on 40, so I wanted one to be on 36. So I ordered 36 count chai linen from Seraphim Fabrics, and I just got notification it shipped today, so I'll have that to show for my next video. I'm very excited. It's gonna be a big boy, but it's a very cool brown because the fabric is kind of bluish. Called for fabric was, or the fabric it was stitched on, Dunes at Dusk by LFA Linens. Never heard of them. My mother-in-law did look them up and they're like out of stock for the foreseeable future. So I thought, doesn't matter. I can find a sub. But it's a very cool mottled grayish brownish. So I think chai will work very nicely. So we'll see when that comes. The last of my, sorry, I'm shaking the camera. The last of my haul was the 2023 winter issue for Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. I'm obsessed with that pillow. I knew I needed this magazine the second I saw this pillow. I think you can buy this chart from Kitten Stitcher, Shakespeare's Peddler, like on her website. There are so many good patterns in this magazine, you guys. Like, I couldn't believe it. Look at that Teresa Kogut. That was the second reason that I bought this magazine. But I was looking through it, and there's just so many good ones. I don't punch needle, but maybe I will now. Like, look how freaking cute. Love it. Let's see. Show a few more. There was some I had no idea was going to be in here. Like, there's a Croquetta Go-Go in here. Look. He's so cute. I love it. And those patterns are pricey, so to have one in here is kind of nice. There's another one that I saw. Look how pretty. I love it. It's very Christmas Carol-esque to me. I like that a lot. I think that was the only other one. There are more, obviously, but those are the ones I wanted to show. Lots of cute punch needles. Okay, this is a punch needle, I think, but I saw it and I love it so much. I might try to figure out how to punch needle to do it. Like, look how cute. Oh, I love it. Love it. Yeah, so a good buy to me. Jeez. Just dumped my water over. Oops. And then I got a bunch of, because, you know, it was Black Friday and Cyber Monday, I got a bunch of digital patterns from Kathy Barrick. Kathy Barrick was doing a 25% off her PDF patterns through Etsy. And I thought I'd just show the patterns that I that I bought. So I bought Quaker Dwelling. Beautiful. I bought October 31st. And the North Pole with that weirdo lean back Santa. It's growing on me. It's grown on me. Because at first I was like, that's weird. But then I was like, okay, no, he's actually cute. And where's all my others? And then I got Autumn on Lazy Bear Mountain, which is one I have been wanting. And then to get it 25% off in a PDF too was just, I couldn't say no. And then I also got Up on the Housetop. just think that red is so pretty. It's so simple and I just love it. And the last one from Kathy Barrick I got was the Gerald. This is one I could see wanting to have on my main floor with my samplers. So that's why I got him. And then I also got a Hello from Liz Matthews. She's got 20% off her shop as well. And I got My Home in the Garden. I've been wanting this one forever. And I've got more in my cart. I don't know if I'll check out with these yet, but it's looking probable. The other ones I have in my cart is the Butterfly Cloche, which is one I'd want on my main floor as well. And the, what's this called? Two Pumpkins Bright. I love that one's face. So cute. And then I've also got this in my cart. Stacy Nash didn't do like a PDF sale or anything. And this chart is just out of stock everywhere. So I thought, oh, PDF. I like PDFs anyways. And it's the Deck the Coop Pin Keep. So that was also my cart. So let's see. Probability is high that those will also be bought. And then I got some more Stitchy Kindness Christmas gifts. I already showed you the crate of beautiful things that Amber, Rogue Mama Stitcher, gave me for Christmas. And she sent another thing. She said it just took a long time to come, and it came in that it is this beautiful Sheba Designs bag. And it matches the thread book, the thread bed book that she gave me at Queen City from Sheba. Isn't that beautiful? It's like night flowers or something. I love it so much. And look at the back. She said she had to specifically cut the fabric cut like this because she said this looked like me. Look how cool she is. I love it. I love it so much. No, it needs the perfect project. Okay. Let me think. I think that is all of my stitching stuff. Yeah. Okay. Life. It was Thanksgiving last week. American Thanksgiving, I should say. I've got quite a few foreign viewers. And it was good. We went to my mom's and we ate. It was small. None of my siblings came. My brothers did not come home. So just my sister, my youngest sister, and then my family and my parents. And it was fine. It was good. Typical Thanksgiving eats. My dad smoked 2 turkeys, so we got lots of turkey. We ate lots of turkey last week, or over the weekend, I should say. I made a pumpkin pie and a lemon meringue pie, and it was my first time making lemon meringue pie. It was really good. It was really, really good. And I did homemade crust for both of them. I normally am a cheater and do store-bought, but I was feeling myself, so, and it turned out pretty good. Pretty good. And I did rolls. I always do rolls. But, so yeah, Thanksgiving was good. Food was good. And that's all I have to say about that. I hope yours was good. Wherever you were, whatever you had. I do not go Black Friday shopping, like outside the house. And also the Black Friday deals this year were not dealing, okay? They were not that great. They were not good. Half of them were the same price as the previous week, if not more. So, meh. We're back to dance this week. Parker had her dance team Christmas party this weekend, gift exchange thing she's very excited about. It's also my son's birthday on the 12th. So I've been getting ready to do that. I'm making his cake this year. I don't know if you guys have paid for a cake at a grocery store lately, but my gosh, I can't pay that much for a cake. So I'd be making them. And they've turned out pretty good. It's okay. I got a cute decoration, like topper for it. And then otherwise we're just kind of doing our thing. My brother told us that he's having a baby, his first baby, and I'm so excited. I guess I should say my sister-in-law is having the baby, but he contributed a little. And they did a gender reveal, and it's a boy, and I'm really excited. It's my first time being an aunt on my side of the family, like my siblings. So I'm really excited for it. And yeah, I see lots of trips to Utah in my future because that's where they live. And I mean, if I just happen to wander into Shepherd's Bush at the same time, who's to know? So that's all really life. We're just doing our thing. It's cold here now. It snowed on Thanksgiving night, and it's still here. Snow is still here. It's not on the roads at least, but it's on the yards. It's cold. Okay, shows I've been watching. I don't know if you guys like hearing the shows that I'm watching, but I like talking about them. I know some other Flosstubers do like book talking, like what books they've been reading, and I do read a lot of books, but I feel like there are a lot that talk about books, and I would rather talk about the shows that I'm watching. Okay, so shows. I rewatched, I don't know if you have watched it all, but I've rewatched Mindhunter on Netflix. There's only 2 seasons. Super disappointed. There's only 2 seasons. I've only watched them once through before, a long time ago. So it was nice to rewatch, and then I was angry again when it ended and Netflix canceled the 3rd season. So that's super disappointing, but the show is fantastic. It's so worth the watch, even though it ends on a terrible cliffhanger, forever. But it's about 2 FBI behavioral science. Oh my gosh, my cat just ran across the street and into the neighbor's yard. That is my cat. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, that was really distracting. FBI agents that work in the behavioral sciences division for the FBI in the 70s, when they were profiling multiple murderers before they'd coined the term serial killers. So they went around to all the prisons in the United States holding the multiple murderers and interviewed them, questioned them, trying to gain more insights and knowledge of why they did what they did, what brought them to this point. And I believe the FBI still uses this information to profile serial killers today. So it's just so good. It's so good. Acting is phenomenal. The show is just, it's dark, but extremely interesting. If you like true crime stuff, like, you'll love it. We rewatched Band of Brothers. It's on HBO and also on Netflix. I like to watch that show in November because Veterans Day, and it's a fantastic show. Really excellent show. We're currently more than halfway through The Pacific, which is like its sister show. So Band of Brothers focuses on I hope I'm not wrong here, but it focuses on like the airborne army in Germany and France and during World War II, and the Pacific focuses on the Navy and the Marines in Japan and the Philippines and those areas where World War II was going on as well. So it's been very interesting and sad, obviously, but we've also been watching King of Queens still. I just love that show. I love that show. We were laughing so hard and we were crying last night. It was hilarious. It's just so good. Jerry Stiller is just a genius. Just genius. And I always wonder, did they actually even give him a script for that show? Because how can you script that guy? He says the most unhinged, like, things you don't expect to hear. Like, how can you script him? I doubt he was, but man, hilarious. Love that show. We also watched Midsummer. It's a movie with Florence Pugh. I can't think of the other actors in it. Super weird. I watched Don't Worry Darling with Florence Pugh and Harry Styles, and I loved that movie. And so I was recommended to watch Midsummer. And it definitely had those same vibes, like, what is going on here? You don't really understand what is happening the whole time. Like, did that really just happen? But I liked Don't Worry, Darling better than Midsummer. Midsummer definitely gave you that, like, questioning everything in this whole area they're in, like, the whole time, which I love shows and movies that do that. I like having all the questions answered at the end type of a thing. But Florence Pugh's phenomenal. She's just a phenomenal actress. We also watched Lone Survivor. It was like a 2019, I could be wrong, movie about a unit that was trapped in the Middle East somewhere, and only one man survived from the unit, and it was because he was being protected by some of the residents in a little village right there. Very good show. Very good. It's got Mark Wahlberg and the guy from 3:10 to Yuma, the bad guy, one of the bad guys. It was good, really good. We enjoyed it. And then we also watched No Hard Feelings, which is the new like rom-com with Jennifer Lawrence, and it was pretty funny. We don't watch a lot of rom-coms, but that one was really funny. Wasn't expecting the full frontal nude scene from Jennifer Lawrence though. She owned it, but I wasn't expecting it. But it was very funny. It was a funny, cute rom-com. And then I also started rewatching The Great on Hulu with Nicholas Hoult and Elle Fanning. I've only ever seen the first season. Maybe some of the second season, but I think I've only seen the first season, and there's 3. So I thought I'd rewatch it. And I'm not sure. I remember watching it the first time and thinking, this is kind of a strange humor show, which I'm not against strange humor shows, but it's different. It's different. Because you expect it to be one way, because you think Catherine the Great, that time period, period piece shows are usually one way. But this is very modern day humor in old setting, and it's fine. The acting is fine. I don't know. I'll probably keep going on it just because I don't know what else to watch. I started Will and Grace today. It's been like 15 years since I watched Will and Grace. Yeah, if you have any recommendations for movies or shows, I kind of in a rut. Probably be watching a lot of Christmas shows coming up, but I think that's all. I'm done. I did it. That is it. Here's all my stuff. And I will be back in 2 weeks. 2 weeks will be the week of my son's birthday, I think. So I will be back in 2 weeks to give another update. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for liking and commenting and subscribing. And I hope you have a great rest of your week or next few weeks and have all the stitching time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.